Hello. Meanie, 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 meanie.
What?
Meanie, 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 meanie. Meanie,
Hey
meanie,
guys,
meanie,
Chelsea
meanie.
Coffey here from Coffey Break, and it is my absolute pleasure to be joining you with two of Houston's finest. I'm sitting here with Jeff and Tobe. They are two of the founders for the nonprofit Team Gini, and I'll let them introduce themselves, guys.
Okay, well, my name is Tobe and Jeff. I'm the principal founder of, Team Gini, Gini Boom by Gi, which is the Igbo translation for What's Your Purpose. The whole organization is centered around literally making purpose popular amongst the younger generation, and we do that through what we call edutainment, which is entertaining and education. So we use that as a draw to connect people to our different initiatives, programs, all kind of different volunteer opportunities. And what we're most excited about is the new curriculum that we just developed. So we're the grassroots organization doing a lot of things. We're in our third year with our 501c3. Very excited to be doing it. And the most unique thing about the organization is it's a lot of faces like the ones you see in front of you. We're young adult driven. There's no old head above us like trying to tell us what to do. We're all real passionate about what it is that we do as far as purpose is concerned.
Yeah, most definitely. Just to add to that real quick, outside of that, we also do a lot of community events. And in fact, that's why we're kind of connected with Chelsea on today. We just finished a big MLK Day drive, which was our third annual, where we collected clothes.
No, who are you first? Who are you?
I'm Jeff.
Okay, cool.
Thank
I
you.
don't think they knew that.
Okay, so I'm Jeff. I'm a co-founder for Team Gini. I just wanted to add real quick, but we'll keep it going. So all that being said, so we do a lot of community events. We do a big Thanksgiving drive where we fed over 200 families this past Thanksgiving. A big Christmas initiative where we connect with the counselors and we surprise 10 families on Christmas Eve. And third annual MLK Day drive where we collect clothes for Mia's Closet. We also collect food for My Brother's Keeper, which is a big food bank, and they have a whole lot of resources in the community. So the biggest thing is we are a partner of the community. We love the community, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, and I just wish, you guys would just have to check out their website. And on social media and stuff, the impact that these guys are able to pack in a year, and then on top of that, they make like an amazing experience for their volunteers. So they really create, I applaud you guys for your working on that with me as classmates. Part of the reason why I wanted to sit here is they both have really cool backgrounds about how they got to where they are with finding their purpose, but also starting a nonprofit. And it's something that I'm asked about all the time. Chelsea, how do you start a nonprofit, or what was it that motivated you to do it?
Okay, here's my testimony. All right. So, real quick, I got the vision when I was in college, and when I was in college, I wasn't really the guy that really went to parties per se in college at all. I wasn't that guy at all. I was more so the guy, that was throwing them. So, I was pretty wild. Was real good in football. Was on the newspapers, TV shows, all that other type of stuff. Did a lot of things as it relates to just, living that life or whatever the case is. But, my last year in college, I got what I call the best, worst injury of my life. Right? I had a Liz Frank tear in my left foot. First major injury I ever had in football. But when that happened, I was riding high, living the life, all that other type of stuff, no regard for really anything. And if you would have asked me what my purpose was back then, I would have told you real simply, like NFL, money, cars, clothes, and, the rest of it. So, that's and I was deadlocked on that. You couldn't tell me anything. But, once I received the best injury of my life, what I realized was first and foremost, the coaches who held me in such high regard, not one of the coaches came to my surgery, right? So now one of the coaches came to the hospital to visit me to see how the surgery went. I had to get a ride home from a lady I had just met there in the hospital. Friends, associates that I hung around with before, were nowhere to be found when I was on bed rest. I was in a relationship. The relationship was just over. So I was literally at the lowest point of my life, but it really didn't hit me until I was in the bed one day on bed rest, and I had to go use the restroom. And I had been using my strong leg since I was in a full leg cast after my surgery. But this day, that leg was weak, so I couldn't really hop on it like I used to. So I found myself army crawling, to use the restroom, to go use the restroom. So in the midst of me, Army crawling on the floor and then crawling all the way back, like midway through my crawl back, I was in like, you know, and I was very, 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 very prideful dude. Like no, I hated embarrassment, I hated softness, no weakness, like all that type of stuff. But I found myself in the biggest puddle of tears. Like I broke down like on some like real baby status or whatever the case was, right? And I just started crying out like, "Wow, like how you gonna do this to me, guy? Like I know I ain't the best, but I ain't killed nobody. I ain't killed nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here just living my life, YOLO, whatever the case was." So it was literally in that instance that, you know, he said to me like, "Look, you have purpose for your life outside of this sport, outside of this situation, outside of this circumstance, you know, and there's more to you than just this." And you know, I got the vision for the organization right then and there. But my rebuttal was, I feel you. I got you. Yeah, boom, bow, tears was gone. I feel you. This is what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna heal up because these NFL teams are still calling. So I'm gonna get on that platform, and then I'm gonna let everybody know, you know, you got purpose for your life or whatever the case is. Did not happen or whatever the case was. Like,
You like slayed that right.
Yeah, closed doors all over the place. Nevertheless, like 2 years ago, I started taking it real serious. I dropped everything else and started moving in the vision of the organization. Gained my two best friends, and doors have been opening. Relationships like the ones with Mia's Closet and just a plethora of other relationships started opening up, and it's just been a real fruitful organization since then. Very long, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And I will say that I have a little bit of a bias. I tend to gravitate towards...
Hello, it's the soul, trooping in with the jungle patrol. And this one's about the KOs, the knockouts out there who's